Well, my friends, there comes a time in every artist's life, unless they are wealthy, where they're going to need to get a day job. For me, that time has come before. It's passed before. And now, February 2023, it came again. All this to say, I got a day job this month. Let's talk about it. Hello friends, it's Cassie and welcome back to my documenting my career series. It's nice to see you. It's been a hot sec. Well, I guess I posted a vlog on Wednesday, but in terms of the career, it's been a hot sec. Last you heard from my career series was I was in a show, which was very exciting. If you're new here, hey, I'm Cassie. I'm 24, I live in New York City, I'm an actor, make YouTube videos, generally seeking life fulfillment, and this is my series where I am tracking my career. Basically, every month, at the end of the month, I am giving you an update on all the statistics of the things that went into my career that month, all the things I submitted for, auditioned for, anything else that I feel like is woven into the career category. Classes, day jobs. This is the 4th video in this series, but the 2nd monthly update. I'll link the playlist down below. There's also an intro video where I talk about my degree, my background, all that kind of stuff. There's a vlog of my New York theater debut, which was part of this month, and we will review. The format that I want for these videos is to vlog throughout the month and then this kind of be like a compilation of the month. This month was busy and I only took one clip. Starting at the beginning of the month, I had already started rehearsals for A Sketch of New York, which was the sketch comedy show that I was in. We rehearsed for the first part of the month and we performed the weekend of February 17th, which we'll get to. February 5th was the only clip I took, so let's watch it. About to go to a in-person audition. It's for a Shakespeare play. I've auditioned for this company one time before. It was one of my in-person auditions last month. You just show up and they give you sides to read, so you don't have to memorize anything beforehand, which Henry says is actually the norm for most of the things he's auditioned for. So nice because doing monologues sucks. So far this month, I have just been busy rehearsing for A Sketch of New York, which I am performing not this coming weekend but the following weekend. Fast process, but the people in it seem really cool. I hope that I get to make friends with them as we get deeper into the rehearsal process. It's been a good experience so far. Excited about the possibility of doing Shakespeare. Literally my dream. If I could do Shakespeare forever, I would think I'd be happy. Obviously you will find out later if anything came of this, and if I never speak of it again, I did not get it. Goodbye. Acting wise, this was a show focused month and not a lot else. At the end of the video, I'll walk you through all the stats of everything I auditioned and submitted for. I auditioned for this show. There was actually a strange situation with it where it got kind of political, not like country politics political, but political as in who knows who and who's worked with who before. I was offered a small role in this show, but in the end, and due to the circumstances, I decided not to take it. I'm trying to be a little vague due to professionalism and just like I have a genuine interest in working with these people in the future, so I don't want to expose a situation or something like that. This series to me is a place to be very candid and honest about the backings of industry and classes in New York City and getting jobs and things like that. I created it because there's not a lot of space on the internet where that happens in theater, I feel. But I think there will be times where I will encounter places where I may need to not name names or things like that. And maybe someday when I'm rich and successful, I'll be able to name some things without being afraid. You know what? I'm gonna do the statistics now. I was planning on doing them at the end of the video because that's what I did last time. This is an unconventional update video, and honestly I feel like this one's mostly for me anyways. I don't know who's watching this. If you are, let's talk statistics, everyone. February 2023, I almost said 2022. February is a shorter month of the year. I'll read January's statistics alongside it, but let's start with number of submissions. So in the month of February, I submitted on Actors Access and Backstage to 82 things. This is compared to January's 86. I noticed on Actors Access, there were a lot of musicals and like musical touring companies, cruise ships, and that's not my thing. So those were not things I submitted for. I'm not a musical gal. The number of self-tapes I submitted in February was 0, compared to January's 6, partially due to a very busy month, partially due to my number of tape requests, which for the month of February was 3 compared to January's 10. A lot less fish biting at me. The 3 tapes that there were, one was a local thing, but not in New York. I don't know why they requested me. I don't know why I submitted either. There were 2 things that I just honestly didn't have time for because I was busy with my show. In the month of February, I had 1 in-person audition compared to January's 2. In the month of February, I booked 1 thing, same as January, but I decided not to do it, as I said. And in the month of February, I had 4 sessions of my class. So in January, I took 3 classes. February I had 4, and my class actually ends this month. I've been taking just an acting scene study class. And I'm gonna do a whole video all about the studio, the teacher, and just like talk about what my experience has been because I have a lot to say. Overall, February, I'm not gonna compare in terms of success or unsuccessful because I think it's just a journey. Like you're just keeping throwing yourself out there, and for me, it's a success to be submitting because there was a 1.5 years of my life where mentally I could not even do that. So yay me. That's the stats. Also, go watch the video for my show, my New York theater debut. I made a vlog of the whole weekend. I vlogged during shows. I showed you a backstage tour of the theater. That is a really fun vlog. I'll have a link down below. Go check that out. That is the companion video to this February update video. Now everyone, let's talk day job. So, I need a job. I got back from LA in December. I intended all the time to take December and January off. I thought I would start working in February, but then since I was in the show, I decided to push it a little further. But I did start applying for jobs pretty early on in February. So the day jobs that I primarily have been looking at are barista jobs. I had about 9 months of barista experience, almost a full year of working in coffee shop experience. For me, baristing really makes sense as a schedule. It's in the morning, so I have my evenings free. I get free coffee. You get tips, which is pretty much the way you can live in New York City. For me, is the ideal format for jobs. So on Sunday, February 5th, I emailed 4 or 5 coffee shops in my area that I wanted to work for, either replied through their websites or sent them my resume and a little blurb about me. And then on Tuesday the 7th, I applied to a bunch of random jobs on the website Indeed, which is just like job listings. I applied to some barista jobs, some receptionist jobs, office admin jobs, just random. Across the board random. I think I got 1 interview out of maybe 20, 25 jobs that I threw myself at. So do not recommend Indeed for a place to get jobs. I know some people who have gotten like sales jobs through Indeed. I don't know anyone who's truly gotten like a great job, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. By the end of the week, I had done 2 interviews, and 1 other place had let me know that they would be hiring in a few weeks' time. So at this point, the information that I gathered through my interviews was that most places were looking to hire part-time, and they wanted full-time people by maybe April. And I need full-time right away because I need money, and also because I am about to start moving. So I need to be able to pay for moving, prove I can make money when I'm applying for apartments. I need to have income right now, you know? So the following week on Thursday, I had a follow-up interview with one of the coffee shops from the prior week. And at this point, I was deciding between 2 places, one of them more small coffee shop and one was more of like a multiple locations, I think like 2 or 3 locations. But both, again, not really looking for full-time until closer to April, which made me a little scared. So I panicked, I cried, and I panic applied to like 6 more coffee shops in the area. And I got an interview with one. So I had that interview the following Tuesday and I was offered a job. So by the end of that week, I had 2 job offers basically. I had this interview that I had done on Tuesday, said I could be full-time. Starting pay was $15.75 plus tips, and it's more of a chain coffee shop. There's many locations in Manhattan versus a smaller coffee shop that I'd already been offered a job at, starting me at $18 an hour plus tips. However, they probably aren't going to be able to start me off totally full-time, and it's only 1 location. So at this point, I'm deciding between 2 jobs. I'm anxious all week. I'm stressed. I don't know what the right decision is. Making decisions is one of the worst parts of adulthood for me. It's just so hard once you're not in school because you can do anything, and that is beautiful and fun and amazing and horrifying because there's no right decision. So you just have to choose something and then see how it goes and course correct if you can, which usually you can, especially I'm in my early 20s or my mid 20s, I guess. I'm 24, but the stakes are somewhat low, but also I have anxiety. So it was a lot, but eventually I decided on the job with the more stores. I'm not naming names because safety, really. I accepted that job. Now we're into March, but I have started training and I start in the store on Sunday. You'll hear more about that as you watch my vlogs. I don't even know much about it yet. It was a hard decision, and obviously there's no right decision, but at this current juncture, I feel good about my choice, and I think that is important. Cassie is employed. Make sure you subscribe for the fun stuff. Thanks for coming along the journey, man. This is the career series. This is what it is, and I'm here to show you all of it. Thanks so much for watching. Go do something that makes you happy today. Be kind to yourself. I will see you on Wednesday for another vlog. That's what we do here, everyone. I'll see you on Wednesday. Okay, bye.